Start.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Gaurav Pathak. Uh, this is the last and the final session, though I have not prepared anything for this session as I was not well day before yesterday and yesterday. So it's an old presentation which I used to give when I was in my previous organization, when I was handling the cybersecurity audit lab of an organization where I was posted. So in that I had worked upon on few tools, on few commands and few scripts, which I will be showcasing you. Um, you can use those tools at your home PC as well as in your office PCs. Uh, only my request is, because those tools which I will be showcasing you will be an open source tools or an open platform tool, do download them from the genuine website. Don't download it from Softonic or freetools.com or etc etc etc. So I recommend only thing that if you try to use them, download it from the genuine websites. Don't download it from any other fake website or any other websites which, in addition to the tools, can give you some malicious thing into your systems. So it will be only practical session kind of a thing, where I'll be showing you slides how to do an audit, what needs to be checked. So this was the form which I created a long time back. Uh, what are the minimum things which we need to check while we do a cybersecurity audit of a system? If you are from a network team, or if you are from a cybersecurity team who is responsible for the ensuring the audits, and this is the form which you can utilize it for conduct of any external cybersecurity audit. So it is in great detail. uh, what it consists of your right from your BIOS, right from your type of OS, type of antivirus, what all policies, whether they have been implemented, they're not been implemented, what all vulnerable services which are running, what is the status of the USB port, if it is not allowed in your organization, and then whether the logs or the registry has been tampered, whether you have used any external drive, some kind of a pen drive, hard disk, dongles, mobile phones, any kind of a data which is not supposed to be on the internet, such kind of a data which is not should be there. Is it there? What are ports are open? So all these kinds of a thing. So I'll show you something one by one, one by one. It will help you in auditing all those things. So these are the tools which generally I used to do you use while I was doing the computer audit, especially Windows. I'm not talking of the Linux here, because Linux is altogether a different story, and we need a different kind of an environment and different kind of a tool for conduct of the cybersecurity audit of the Linux systems. So the first line is the Windows Computer Audit Tool. It is the tool which was developed by me. So I'll be showing it to you later in case I've got that tool available with me in this PC. The rest I will be showing you, which consists of my USB DEVIEW, FRAT, YARU, activity browser, C ports, etc. Last, WNet Watcher, I am myself is not very convinced, so I will not be able to brief you more on to that, but it is there in the slide. As I told you, I have not prepared anything for this session. So WNet Watcher, I am not myself not very much convinced. So when you do other commands, so these are the tools. This slide shows what are the tools which one needs to use while we conduct an audit. Some commands which we should be knowing are these. When we type services dot, if you see this page, you and where my mouse is going around, it is point number 16. So these are the services which I used to check in the system in an official desktop or on official laptop. Why these are, what is the status of this? If they should be stopped. So services.msc is the command which we can type in a command prompt, which can give me, through which I can go and check the status of my services.msc. Similarly, the only thing is, while running this command, the user on which the audit is being carried out is to be done on an administrator mode. If the PC is not in an administrator mode, then you will not be able to run most of the commands, because every time you'll ask for the password, that admin password. So it's better that you should run these commands in an admin mode. To check the security policies, the command is secpol.msc. To check the firewall status, it is firewall.cpl. What is the FS management is the another thing. MS config is all those locations which, when the computer boots, what all applications are running. To check the registry, it is the regedit.msc. And to check the system info, what is the system, what is the OS, how many patches are there, and what is the IP address, when it was formatted, when it was last booted. All such kind of information you will get it from the system info. And IP config, everybody knows it. So I'll comes with the first tool, which is the FRAT. It is developed by CDAC. It is very user friendly. It sometimes it gives the false results, but I hope that CDAC has now improved upon it, and CDAC Trivandrum, to be very specific. So there are two tools. One is FRAT, while another is FRAN. So FRAN I have not very much used it, so I cannot comment on it. The tool which I have used is FRAT. You need to just keep double click it and run this tool. It will extract the information and show you in a very beautiful format, where you can get everything right from the server softwares, removable device, type, number of users, what are the browsing history, OS details, what is the recent items, everything will be visible here from here. They are picking entire information from the registry, and every information, the path is also being shown from where they are picking up the information. So these are the OS. Let's say they are Windows using this PC, which was audited. It was Windows 7. It was installed in 2011, and the path from where it is located, it is this information has been extracted, is from the registry path is there. There was a question just popped up: is this tool available? Yes, CDAC Webs Trivandrum, this tool is available. These are the recent files which were accessed, which includes what all the, whether it is a document, PDF, what all activity as far as the document is concerned. These are the recently accessed files and folders. So the path is also shown here. I will be I will be sharing this presentation also with Anupamji. So anybody interested can then use it for their further use. What all services which are running are displayed here. So here you can go and scroll down to find out which is the vulnerable service and which is not the vulnerable service which is running, and you can block it in case you are yourself as a system administrator. If the USB is being used in that particular system, then the USB devices which are used will be available and will be displayed here. In this case, there were no USB devices, so at the first instances, it shows that no devices were available. There were two network cards, that is being definition is being shown here. The URLs which were typed in case it is connected to the internet, then more number of URLs will be listed here. In any case of autofilled history, autofilled username, passwords, if they are being stored in the cache, it will be displayed here. You can also have an option of export the entire data which is being generated into an HTML file or an Excel file. So what you can do, just right click and export it and save it into your system, so that in case you don't want to analyze the data of this particular audit of the system at the user end, then you can store this data and bring back to your location and analyze it further. The next is the USB DEVIEW. So this is a tool which is freely available on the internet. It is basically used to find out the USB type of USB devices which are being used into the particular system. It will give you the device name, the device type, the device serial number, when it was used, what time it was used. Every information will be displayed regardless. As shown on the view file, this system was plugged in with a digital camera. So what was the serial number, when it was plugged, what was the time, what was the date. So here you may see that this time is 3:56 a.m. So this will be feeling it in awkward. Why at about 3:56 a.m. this device was plugged. So that way you need to analyze it more further, so that to extract the correct information from the user. This is some kind of a view file which is being shown here. It shows that these are the device, the one encircled in the red are the we are highlighting it here, where it has, this PC has used a variety of pen drives, and the same is being displayed with their with their serial numbers and date, created date, time, and last plugin date and last plugin time, along with its device type and on which port, USB port, it was plugged in. That information is also being collected. So this tool is openly available on the internet. Some other screenshots where you will see the same kind of a example. Okay, last session when somebody asked me which is the tool where you can find out the deleted entries of a registry. So this tool I was talking on that day, it is YARU. It is the yet another registry utility. This tool is a licensed tool. However, a trial version is available for use. This is available for Linux as well as for the Windows environment. It helps. It is tzworks.net is the site where you can download it for the use. So it gives the deleted keys, what all devices, what all things have been removed from the system. It displays all and highlights it, how to highlights it and give you a display that this system was tampered with and these all information were deleted, and these all pen drives or another thing, any other thing which was deleted, it will be displaying it here. So an example here, this user was extensively using the pen drives and the hard disk. And when it was audited, it was found that prior to the audit, he has deleted these entries, and the portion which is there on the right, if you if you save it in a text file, if you export this thing by right-clicking it here and export it on a text file, you will find it the exact date of deletion also. So in audit, you need to find out the issues in the system. This will help you in finding out the deleted entries so that you can dig down deep into the system and find out what all things must have been done in this PC. These are the netstat is a normal command which everybody knows, which all ports are open and which are being listening and which have been used. This is a normal thing. Cports give you a better view of this. Cport, it protocol wise, it says that these are the ports which are available, which are for the process, and which are the connections which is made to this particular IP, and which all process establish the connection. So it entirely gives you in a better graphical form this kind of a setup. So it can be, it can also be used for carrying out the audit, basically with respect to the ports and the in connections with any foreign IP addresses. Foreign means here foreign to the organization. It can be in India, but foreign to the organization. So now there is a place called app data. App data is generally hidden folder in the Windows. So you while you do the audit, you should always uncheck the option to show hidden files, and app data it will be visible. Go to the app data folder. It will be in the C drive. Users, C drive, users, go into the app data folder, search for any exes. There are 3 folders in the app data, that is local, local low, and roaming. So no exes should be available in the roaming folder of the of that app data folder. So in the roaming subfolder of the app data folder. So that is the first check. As it is very clear, as far as the Windows is concerned, or any application which is running or any exe files which is running, that should run from the system folder of the Windows operating system. No application or no exe should run from the app data folder in your task manager. So when you check the presence of any malicious file, you should check that there should be no malicious file, no exe file present in the app data folder, local or local low or roaming, and especially in the roaming, and all the tasks, and in case and all your task manager exes applications which are running, they should be running from your system folder only, or from a legitimate folder, or from the program files folder, not from the app data. So any exe which is present in the app data may be malicious. You need to investigate it more deeper down and to find out what is from where it has been downloaded, or it has been seen. More in 99.9% these files are malicious and will infect your system. So here a screenshot is being shown there, which somebody has a habit of using the torrent. So that torrent has these exes were installed, and the logs, this was in extracting information from the system. So there should not, you should check the applications folders from the control panel, what all applications you have installed, and then cross verify it. Here also, is there any illegitimate or unwanted folder or unwanted file name which is being found here. So it is this kind of a thing will help you in detecting any malicious content on a particular system. Some more examples where such kind of EXEs were found, and it was correlated while its instance were available in the task manager. You can cross verify that instance or that file after copying it and posting it onto the VirusTotal to find out whether it was malicious or it was not malicious. At that very moment, it was found that 45 of the antivirus engines were giving it malicious. The unwanted, you go to the task program files in the control panel, programs and features, and find out any unwanted file folder exes which is available. So it depends on organization to organization. In my organization, presence of uTorrent or BitTorrent or any other unwanted kind of a system was considered as a breach. So here we found out that this PC was having a uTorrent installed and being used for viewing the various videos onto the office. So this is considered as breach, and we detected it in a normal audit of our systems. Before I end, I'll just be showing it to you that tool. If it is, I can find it right on my system. Give me a minute or so. So I am sharing you now a script which I made it for conduct of the audit during my last tenure, and which is being extensively used for the conduct of audit. I hope Anupamji, you are seeing my text file format through my browser.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay, sir. So you may find few words being used here as foreign to you because it is related to my previous organization. So just ignore those words, or if you you will be finding it in a short form. So the most important thing is the command. I am basically focused in the audit for those who don't want to use any third-party tool and just want to learn commands. So I would love to show them those. So the first command is your host name. So even in the Windows thing, if you type host name, it will give you what is the computer name. So it will give you the name of the computer. Then comes the BIOS serial number. If anybody is interested in finding out the BIOS serial number, this is the command. WMIC BIOS get serial number. So this will give me the serial number. If I want to get the model, manufacturer, and the system type, this is the command which give me this. To find out the MAC address is this command. It is the get MAC, and what is the IP is this. You can also this is a batch file. So what I did, I compiled it and I just executed it, executed this bat file. This bat file, what it does, it collects all these data, which is the command is being run, and give me a file in my C drive by displaying it the results here. So my audit is finished in about 2 to 3 minutes, and I will able to analyze, take it home or take it back to my office and gets the result. So I come to the most important part here is the each and everything, whether it is the version, whether if it is the operating system, or its operating system version, operating system install date, everything can be found out using the thing. What that form which I showed you initially, that form, okay, was when I joined that organization, it was filled manually, but when I left, it was this kind of a script was developed, and we used to do it the audit by using this script. Whatever data we need to cross verify, we used to do some additional tools for this thing. So in case of OS update, then what is the bundle pack, when was the bundle pack installed, then what is, if the multiple booting was disabled, that means there were no different one machine do not have 2 or 3 multiple OS installed on the base machine. That is the or that's that not in the VM, on the actual machine. What is the system being installed, whether there is any, is there any malicious scripts for it, are there available in the prefetch folder. Prefetch folder is available in the system root folder of a prefetch. So we are looking for 2 kinds of malicious script, that was found detected malicious. So these are SCR cons and DW20. Is there any malicious script in the task manager which is running? The list is here. These all are our malicious scripts, and if the instance are there in the task manager, it is highlighted and given the report. Is there any malicious script in the app data folder? So these are the malicious scripts. If they are found running in the app data folder, they will be displayed here. The startup programs, what all the programs which are running in the startup, it can be displayed it using this command in the registry. What is the these all things I just want to highlight is this, that ls, ASS and LSM, Windows init and Windows logon, and WinZipper serve SVC, WinZipper SVC, they should have only one instance running at particular time. So if there are more number of instances running of these services, these tasks, then it is vulnerable and it needs to be analyzed in details. So what is the foreign IPs are there? Then number of user accounts present in the system, what is the status of these default shares, whether it's wireless is working, whether antivirus is installed or not, whether it is active directory, whether it is being part of any domain, whether the policies of the domain has been implemented on it, what is the firewall configuration, whether there is some SCCM, whether there is some database, whether there is a active directory, some rules which are being configured. If there is some unwanted services that depend upon that, suppose Bluetooth, in my organization, the use of Bluetooth in the office was banned. The use of wireless in my office computers were banned. So it depends on the organization. So these are the unwanted services which are running. So sorry. So these are the unwanted services which have been highlighted. You can add it into that in this file, and you can find out more and more such unwanted. Whether any encryption tools other than the Government of India encryption tool being used, any open source encryption tool, what should I say, like SecureDesk, YARU, TrueCrypt kind of a thing being used, and the files are hidden there. So these all tools can be checked, whether the security policies have been implemented or not, mass storage has been implemented or not, and whether is some kind of unauthorized software like 3G, Skype is okay, it's very common in Government of India now. Whether some cleaners, whether some Skundlis, these are all Huawei, 3G, any torrents, any kind of unwanted software being used, they all can be checked using this. Rest all is anything. Yes, what was the system date and the system time most important, because in case you audit a system and you will notice that the system date and system that the CMOS battery of that desktop is not functional, then all your effort will go waste. So that is the most important thing, that system time and the system date. So this is the script which is being developed. It's a batch script. It is just a compilation of a commands and using a filter to extract information and getting it an audit report. So it can be amended as per the requirement, and is no problem in getting the audit report of a system, or a Windows operating system, to be very specific. Some of the information, if you are not able to get correct in that, then you need to use any third-party tools for collaborating the input. If it is not, if you doubt. However, I just want to say, whenever you go for audit, you should always look that the person is the PC whose computer you are being audited is always suspicious. Unless you found everything okay, the PC should be the PC should be looked as a suspicious PC. With that, I think I will be able to I will be finishing it. As I told you that I didn't prepare much for this session, and this is the presentation or the script which I have shown. Any thing I can help you? I just want to, I can answer those queries, please.
Thank you very much, sir. In spite of being not well after taking the vaccine, still you have been able to mm, deliver the lecture. That's very wonderful of you, kind of you. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts.